Hi everyone. So it's week 5 or the last day of week 5 today, and I'll be honest with everyone. I've been really anxious about making this video. I'm just going to come out and say I've eaten twice this week. A couple of years ago, I lost someone very close to me, and it's been a sort of a bit of a tradition that every year we would eat some KFC to mark that particular date, and I feel bad for doing it, but I needed, for my mental health, to eat some fried chicken on that evening, and it was my friend's wedding a couple of days later, and again I felt my brain justified the fact that I'd eaten already that week. Eating again wouldn't be any harm, and I am incredibly conflicted about it now. I've weighed myself and my weight has skyrocketed. It's gone up by 4 kilos as a result of those 2 meals. I'm now 147, I think I was 147, and I'm putting that in part down to obviously the food. I didn't drink any alcohol, but I did drink several Diet Cokes, so I know the fluid intake in my body has increased, and I feel horrible. I justified in my mind eating that fried chicken to sort of improve my mental health, because I was struggling that day anyway. But in doing so, I've introduced another just as significant issue into my mind. It's like, have I effed this up royally? And I don't know how I feel anymore. I would like to think that I was doing well, and I guess I've been struggling. I've gone back and watched the first couple of weeks of these videos where I've said that it's difficult and you can do this, and I still believe I can do this, but I just feel a bit, honestly, I feel a bit shitty for eating. Such a short-term gain, and it's set me back weeks. Really has. It's set me back to week 3 now, and I don't know what to do. I do want to carry on and perhaps have a mindful reset on this, try and start again, and I just have recognised in myself that food has such a tighter hold on me than I realised. And yeah, it's eye-opening as to how this has affected me. Oh, and I thought, right, yeah, a couple of meals and it'll be good. Jump straight back on it, but I'm back to craving food, and I'm just really struggling. And I don't know if I can carry on. It's I know people who have done this have probably come across this hurdle before. I won't be the first person. I'm certainly not going to be the last one. But this is so difficult. I mean, I've said this was hard, but this is so hard. And I know it's only going without food for 12 weeks, and I know I've said that people have done this out of through no fault of their own. But I didn't realise that I'd break so easily. Even in my mind, even right now, I'm thinking, do I try and justify it by saying that it's for my mental health? And yes, it was for my mental health. I was at a particular low ebb, but of all the things I could have turned to, I used the sake of tradition as a justification for it, and I feel really shitty for it. And I know I perhaps shouldn't be punishing myself as hard as I am, and everyone's entitled to moments of weakness, but it's more fundamental than that. It's like, Chris, you've eaten, and you've eaten again, and now you're thinking about eating again still so soon after, and you'll use your excuse of, well, you did it a few days ago, you can do it again, it's only a few days. But I've seen from the scales my weight skyrocketed so quickly, and that in a way is a bit terrifying for what will happen if I make it to the end of this program. Will I just revert to type, and within a few weeks will I be back to 160 kilos? Oh goodness me, this is so difficult. I don't want to give up. I don't want to give up on this. I just don't know what I can do, because this is really difficult. And I've spoken to my wife about this, and I've got plenty of love and support from my family, so I know I can do it. But it's just going to be like a complete mindset shift. And I think I'm going to have to look into doing something to fully address why I eat like this. And yeah, as I said, it's only 2 meals, but it's the fact that my brain is saying, it's only 2 meals, so a third won't hurt, and then a fourth. And I need to snap out of that. So I genuinely don't know what I'm going to do. So I've got start of week 6 tomorrow, and I need to have a long, hard think about this, because I've come so far, and I'm really proud of the fact that I've lost 13, 14 kilos in 5 weeks. I know I've got a goal, and the goal isn't the weight loss. The goal is to get my diabetes into remission, and I've got to focus on that. And I just don't know. I really don't know if I can do this. Goodness, I knew I was going to have moments like this, but I didn't realise I'd have it so soon. And I know I'm just talking to a little camera saying that I've eaten, but I just feel like I've let you down, and I've let everyone down. And I started at the beginning saying I wanted people to be proud of me, and this feels like a massive failure from my part. So I need to have a long, hard think about where I go from here. I mean, I do want to carry on, but I've got to work out, is this the right thing for me, or do I need to go back and do something a bit more traditional?